market capitalism is a difference. We have insane protectionist tariffs at the same time.
I don't think we have a problem with that. I'm actually for the tariffs. I think we should go back to that way, and I think we should also utilize the tariffs to lower our tax burdens in this country. A quick history lesson for those that don't know, that's how we used to fund our government, is through tariffs. It was only recently we changed it historically. But I mean, actually, I'm okay with tariffs, but again, I'm okay with a lot of things. I think we should have legislation against monopolies. I think a lot of companies currently that I can see, I think Amazon should be broken up. I'll be the first to say it. I don't want to take his wealth, but I think that if you have too much control in the space and you actually have too much legislative power through all 50 states and territories, that it prevents any competition from arising.
Hey, that's one thing we can agree on.
I agree. I want legislation to bring that up. I'm not a free market guy. I want a free opportunity for everybody. It doesn't mean you get to control the entire
industry. So you're in favor. So let me put it this way: you are a capitalist, but you are in favor of regulation that increases opportunity for others to compete.
Correct. I'm also in massive favor for regulations like for PG&E. I want more regulations on PG&E and electrical companies nationwide. Why? Because PG&E recently, 5 years ago, got their profits protected by a small state legislation push to make sure their profits were there. But they were causing massive wildfires, just as an electrical company out west. I don't think they should be entitled to have that protection. I don't think they should have that. I think you should be going after them. I think we as people should hold them accountable because it was your fucking transformers that were exploding, causing wildfires, killing people, burning homes, millions of acres of land. And I don't want companies destroying this earth. I don't want polluters. I don't want people dumping nuclear waste. I think free markets cannot account for how to control the vast genocide and destruction that will occur if we just lift off all these and just allow the free market to exist. It won't balance out because we already see what these companies do. Dunlop anybody, DuPont, fuck, we had all those disasters. Go look at Love Canal, for those of you that don't know. That's free market in its entity, and the state sanctioned it and said, oh yeah, it's free market. We want to make sure we have that capitalist opportunity. So, no, I want regulations. I just want smart ones.
Okay, that's fair. And then I'll ask you another one this way, because I've been curious, this is something that I have to deal with, at least in my real life and stuff. This is the industry I work in. What is the Republicans' position on marijuana? Current, like, as a general mass position, what would you say, like, the majority of Republicans think about it today?
I think a lot of Republicans have switched. I think they're more on board with allowing it, and they're more about allowing that market to develop. I'm still old school. I also have an issue with liquor, but nobody's going to agree with my stance on it. I'm just saying I'm one of those that's probably best not asked. I think the war on drugs actually posed some good things in America, even though everyone else highlights all the negative. I often ask the question, well, what would have happened if we never had the war on drugs? How do you think it would have went? And no one can seem to answer that because I think it would be far worse. I don't know, actually, I'm not the guy to ask about it.
Yeah, the reason I say it is only because, like, for example, in my state, Florida, there was a whole amendment that was supposed to be passed last year about the legalization of it, right? Now, the problem came is that I myself, surprisingly enough, voted no on that amendment. But it wasn't because I didn't want the legalization to happen. It was because of the structure of the bill and how it was supposed to go through. So the structure of the amendment basically was that there would be, I work at a smoke shop, like a mom and pop smoke shop that's right around the corner and stuff, right? And there's a ton of them around this area. There's also a couple of the medical industries too, right? Now, the medical industry fucking hates us because we have something called THCA, THCP, and all that type of stuff, right? Which is necessarily, because of the 2018 Farm Bill, doesn't classify it as marijuana, it classifies it as hemp, but it effectively is the same fucking thing, right? Because chemically, it's the same thing as if, like, the government says I can't sell steam in my store anymore, but I can sell water, and that's fine. And that means my customers, they heat it up at home, and what happens? It turns into fucking steam, because chemically, it's not just a precursor to steam. So, in the same way, so THCA, the medical market is not too happy, because rather than people wasting a ton of fucking money